Alright, so I haven't eaten lunch yet because I'm in a really bad mood. I'm in a really, really bad mood. I want to educate my public, my following, my fans, and my haters. I want to educate them about our 19th Amendment, which was passed by Congress on June 14, 1990 and ratified on August 18, 1920. The 19th Amendment granted women the right to vote. The 19th Amendment legally guarantees American women the right to vote. Achieving this milestone required a lengthy and difficult struggle. Victory took decades of agitation and protest. Since 1878, women's suffrage amendment has been proposed each year in Congress. In 1919, the suffrage movement had finally gained enough support, and Congress, grateful for women's help during the war, passed the 19th Amendment on June 5th. Anti-suffrage such as Josephine Dodge, a woman, argued that giving women the right to vote would overburden them and undermine their privileged status. New Zealand was the first country in the world to give women the rights to vote in 1893. So synopsis on my thing, the person that pushed to Susan B. Anthony and Elizabeth Cady Stanton were the women who pushed and were very persistent about the right for women to vote. Elizabeth Cady Stanton, which had was an obese-looking Miss Piggy lady, was a very pushy lady, and then she had kids, Robert Livingston Stanton, who was age 60, died in the Bronx. He turned out to be almost a nobody, because she didn't care for him. Then she had Theodore Stanton, Theodore Will Stanton was an American journalist. He didn't have too much. He died in New Jersey in 1925. And then she had Jared Smith Selton, born in 1845. There's no death date. He didn't become a nobody either. Henry Brewster Stanton, 1844, he was a nobody either. He died. He was an abolitionist, social reformer, attorney, journalist, and politician. He ran away from her. And then we have Daniel Cady Station's father was a prominent attorney who served one term in the United States Congress from 1814 to 1817. The act was passed on 1814 to 1817, 1878. So she was very pushy, and he didn't have a long-term success as a politician. Then we're gonna have from Elizabeth Cady, we have one more kid, Harriet S. Blatch, which is a woman, and Harriet S. Blatch was an American writer and suffrage. She was the daughter of pioneering women's rights activist Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She died in 1940 in Greenwich, Connecticut from Seneca Falls. She didn't have anything notable, but she was a woman. She had grandchildren, she had kids. She acted like a lady, not like a crazy mom. And then we have the story about Susan B. Anthony. We all know the story of Susan B. Anthony. She was an American social reformer and women's rights activist who played a pivotal role in the women's suffrage movement. Born in a Quaker family committed to social equality, she collected anti-slavery petitions at the age of 17. She was born February 15, 1820. She died in 1906, which gave her 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. She was 86 years old. She never had kids. She was never married. So I'm gonna tell you why. The biggest mistake in our nation and the United States history in the world was giving the woman the right to vote. I'm sorry, no offense. I love you all women. You're the best. I love all of you. But the worst mistake in the United States of America was giving the right to women to vote. Look at Susan B. Anthony. She don't know what's a mother's love. She didn't know. She wasn't interested in being a wife, being a caretaker, homemaker. She didn't care about a family. She was obsessed with politics. She was obsessed with voting. The same thing with Elizabeth Cady Stanton. She had kids, and she really, really didn't have time for her kids. She didn't support her kids. She didn't do anything for her kids. A woman, giving the right of women to vote was creating a monster. We created a monster. A woman should know their place no matter what. A woman is supposed to be the most fragile person ever, but if we don't take advantage of you guys. You have so much. We give you everything. Our mothers, our wives, our aunts, but you guys are becoming, because you have on a power trip. You guys want to take over our finances, our properties, our inheritances. You're treating us like your sons like little princesses. Did we had a nanny growing up? Did I have a vagina down there? Because I don't think I have a vagina. Trust me, giving the woman the right to vote created a big havoc, a big monster. Like now they're in a woman, and it grew from women's rights, and they're the crazy ones with political season, mostly the Democrat Party, canvassing, phone banks. They don't talk to family members who are the opposite party, or they don't follow the same views, and then they want to work higher positions and jobs and get paid more, and they think they're more manly than the husband. And it's not that. Like, we do want you to work. We do want you to find your calling. It's not that. You guys, girls, women, please, you guys need to know your place. We're giving the right to vote. A man is always the head of household. It's always the breadwinner. It's always, the men are always the ones that care for their family. And they care for their sons more than you guys. They are more accepting of if your kids like guys or girls, or they like blacks or whites. The father is always the accepting one. The woman is the most critiqueful person. She's worried more about image. She's worried more about what they think about her. Women are so self-absorbed and selfish because we gave them the right to vote. Like, I'm sorry, this is the most controversial video, but like, women need to know their place. Women, like, please calm down. We're gonna have to take you down from your positions. Like this, we're accommodating women too much for empowerment positions that we're creating hostage situations. Because women have the biggest trust issues in the world. Women do not trust from the beginning, and women try to backstab when they find out if you have something more. Like, if you give them a response, your woman can't look at the numbers first. When you give them a gift, they find out the number after. When you buy a house, find out the number after. Because you create a monster when they know the price or your worth or your net worth or what's worth anything. Like, women, please, like, look at my mom. That's a crazy lady. You don't give a woman $1 billion ever. Thank you. Have a nice day. Women, one more thing. Women, we're supposed to be for reproductive rights. A mother's heart, a woman, the love of a child, the love of a mother, the love of their mother. They love their mother, the kids, the husband. That nutrient fueling of everything. Like, a woman was supposed to be at home and take care of the home and domestic duties, or even if they have a nanny. We give them a lot of leeway for them to want more and more and more. Like, men make the smarter decisions. Men are the most intelligent people, human beings in the world. I'm going to give you an example. You guys want so much rights. Our founding fathers were the ones that founded our nation. Christopher Columbus and Ponce de Leon were the ones that explored the world. Frederick D'Agostino was the one that built the Statue of Liberty for a peace treaty to deal with France and the French Revolution and America. All men. Napoleon de Leon, Homer, one of our crazy philosophers. Leonardo da Vinci, the one that they created a prototype for the airplane, and a woman followed along his prototype, and then a woman, our astronaut Armstrong, the first man to fly to the moon. Like, it's all men. Men have explored an Egyptian civilization. They're the ones that built our pyramids and our buildings and construction and everything. They're the ones that kept us safe as policemen and as a people of authority in our military. Everything. Men are the ones that created this world for you to enjoy women. And then you want to backstab us. Have a nice day.